Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, and joining us right here, back on the show. It's been a while, but we sure had to just bring her back, Miss Angel Vetrano. Angel, how you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you, Kayden?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. We love having you back. You have a lot of exciting news. You just released another book. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So I just released a reversion of my first book and just made it so much better. And it's called Out of the Darkness. And it's basically in poetry form, a book about my life and how no matter what happened to me and how I was overcome by darkness, that I found my light.
That's absolutely incredible. Now, you were just telling me before we jumped on the show here that you started this about maybe a year ago. Is that right?
Uh, no, I started writing many, many, many years ago.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what goes through your mind now that you've published this book? What goes through your mind when you're like, wow, it's out there?
Um, how can I reach millions of people? How can I make a difference in these people's lives so that whoever is facing tragedy, sadness, depression, or has PTSD, that they see that it's not a death sentence, it's not a life sentence, and that you can do anything.
That's so true because there's so many people out there that want to follow their dreams, and there's so many people that are naysayers and tell them that they actually can't do what they want to do in life. But people like us, we want to bring the spirits up and bring people, to the light.
Exactly. And if we can join all of our love together, that we can do anything. And anybody that says that they can't, they can. I have a girl friend of mine. She's actually in a movie that's just come out. So she's an actress. I mean, she's got a supporting role. She's playing this bag lady, but I mean, it's the energy and the love that she
Mhm.
puts out there. And that movie is called No Address. Wait till you see it. It's about homelessness. It's really impacting.
That is absolutely incredible. Definitely will keep my eye out for that. Now, you also have a band, Love Sick Angel.
I
Tell us
do. My
more about
band's
that.
name is Love Sick Angel. I get to perform on stage, and I actually am very theatrical. So I get to be the actress I wanted to be and always have been on stage. And my band members are amazing. I have Rick Gentry on bass. I have Brett Hertzberg on guitar, and I am back with my drummer from a while ago, Bill Green. And how we just connect and synchronize everything in our energies. It's amazing. We work really hard. We add songs all the time, and we do covers from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. We do them all.
That is awesome. Now, do you have any songs out there that people can hear? Any new singles or anything like that?
Original, you mean?
Yes.
I worked with a guy named Scotty O'Neill, and we started working on a song, one of my original lyrics, called "Meet Me by the Firelight," and I'm thinking about working with him. I'm also going to be working with a couple of other people because I have like over 30 songs, but I have lyrics. I don't have the music. So who else is out there that would like to connect, collaborate? I'm ready to record. I'm ready to get an album out.
Well, there you go. Lovesick Angel's ready to get on the move.
Yes. I'm excited. We play all over. We play all the Bay Area and East Bay, and we really want to just keep. And it's not about just, you know how a lot of people say, if you're not in a tribute band, you're not going to get connected to people. That's wrong. I'm in a cover band, but the reason why is because love playing all the songs that people grew up with to give people
Absolutely.
a positive memory.
I agree with you, and you brought up something that I do want to mention that some of you know, but not, some of you don't know. I am officially on KYBN 98.1, and they have over 8.5 million listeners, and they just so happen to be in the Bay Area of California.
That's awesome. Well, I'm hoping I can meet up with some musicians and they can come find me and start recording. I'm ready to do an album. I've got 30 original song lyrics waiting for music.
Amazing, Angel. Now, if people want to reach out to you, where can they do so? Where can they find you on social media and all that?
So I'm also on Instagram at Intuitive Angel 22. Maybe you could write that in there or something. I'm on TikTok, Psychic Angel 222. And I'm also on Facebook, and we have a band page called LUVSIK Angel, one word.
Awesome. Definitely reach out to her for sure. Now, you also do readings and stuff. You have your own business, Angels,
I
Mystics
do.
readings, and more. Tell us more about that and what you do for people.
So I'm an intuitive reader and I'm a life coach. I'm a spiritual advisor. I'm an ordained minister. I'm a Reiki master. And you can reach me or you can check me out on my website, www.angelsmysticreadingsandmore. I do readings where I help people to connect to what they need to know. So a lot of people have a lot of questions, and somehow all the things I've been through, I've faced death, I've died, I've came back. I have connected to spirit, and I just feel things. I know things, and I answer all these questions. And when people are going through stuff, I'm also a medium. So I'm a certified medium. So if somebody is going through something and they want to connect with one of their loved ones, I'm always there to help them as well.
Well, you definitely do some amazing work. We've known each other, it's been, I think, 5 or 6 years now, as crazy as that sounds. And I've got to see what you're doing and how you've helped so many people. And it's just absolutely inspiring to see someone that wants to get out there, and especially from your trauma and the PTSD that you've been through. And if you haven't checked out our other book, make sure you do so. It's all on Amazon, and I believe it's on Barnes and Nobles too.
So my first book, Little Girl Lost, A Real Story of PTSD, I didn't have enough access to it. So I had it unpublished so I could redo it for another book. And then this book, Out of the Darkness, has parts of my first book, and it enhances through this book. And also I have another book that's going to be coming out publishing in about a month or so.
That is absolutely amazing, Angel. Now, if you had any advice for those who might want to get into maybe the music industry, maybe they want to become an author, an actress, anything to do with entertainment, or really just anything they want to get to in life, what would you tell them?
You know what I would say? Do not take no for an answer. Do not, anybody that tries to say that you couldn't do it because of this money, couldn't do that. That's not true. You can self publish for free. You don't have to spend all kinds of money. You need to just live in your passion, whatever it is, because we all have gifts. We all are special. We're all meant to be here. God meant for all of us to connect. Spirit brought us here. So what we need to do is, what can we do to make a difference in someone's life, to bring love and joy in someone's life, but also to put ourselves first, to never allow ourselves to be victims of anyone, to never allow ourselves to be controlled. That no matter what you look like, how you dress, how you talk, doesn't matter. You're special. And I always say, celebrate you, empower you, and always remember that you're loved. I've been saying that for many years.
You sure have, and we've done a lot of interviews together. I think this is our third or fourth one, as crazy as that sounds. And when we first met, we did, I think, two interviews. We did one long length one, and then we also did a show together at one point, which we
Yeah,
need to get back and do that co-hosting together. We
I
have
am
not done
down.
that.
I am down. I would love to help anybody. I would love to be a part of your energy, your continuous success, and anything I can do. And I loved being a co-host with you. It's fun.
It was definitely fun for sure. Too bad you weren't super far away. We're doing a big thing, CMA Fest. I know you're not really country per se, but you never know. I've done a lot of stuff in Nashville, and I'm getting a lot of artists together. We're doing like this big thing for CMA Fest. So I mean, if you ever make your way
That's
down to Tennessee,
awesome. I have friends in Tennessee. One of my friends, he's in a heavy metal band called Exodus. He's in Tennessee. So it's like I have people in Tennessee, and I would like to set up some book signings, and I would come
Yeah,
out there in no problem. And I'm thinking about also maybe recording some country as well. If I
yeah,
find some artists I want to do, why not?
yeah. There's plenty of collaborations and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna get a better studio than being in the Music City. So there's so many great
Yeah.
studios down there, and I know a lot of people. So if you want to come on down and can hook you up with a
Yeah.
great producer.
Awesome. I would love to. We could just set it up.
Yeah,
You're living there now?
not yet.
You will be.
Oh, that's what you say. So
I
I'm
do.
I'm gonna go off of what you say.
I do. I see it because you know why? That's like the prime energy.
Hmm.
And once you're there, like nothing can stop you.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
Do you have any questions for me for my book or anything?
Was there any specific authors that you might have read maybe now or like when you were younger that might have inspired your writing process?
Elizabeth Barrett Browning. She was a poet. She did sonnets. She actually was the one that did How Do I Love Thee? Let Me Count the Ways. And I always thought that that was, and I love Shakespeare. I loved it. I loved his energy. I loved the way that he could take words and just make it in such a poetic way. And he brings things to life. It was beautiful. So to me, it's Shakespeare and it's Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And I was only, let me think, 11 years old when I first found a book at my grandmother's house. And I was bored and I was in this other room where my daddy used to spend the night when he would be at my grandma's in New York. And it was a red book. It was old. And I just started reading it and I just connected to it. And I felt that's why I need to write. And also I went through so much that I had no voice. And once I found my voice, nothing could stop me. And here's another thing. Through these books, yes, they do talk about the pain, the abuse that I have dealt with my family. But I've also forgiven my mother. I've also know what she went through. And even in the book, the next book, I connect to that because no matter what happens to us, that we cannot let us define our future. And a lot of times when we're abused or when we go through that, they've been abused as well. And they don't know how to take care of a child. They are in such a horrible relationship or situation and they don't know how to get out either. And so that's all they knew. And yes, I'm not saying it's great. I understand there's people out there that are very horrible on purpose. But there's also so many people through addiction that
Hmm.
lose themselves, become a different person. I am alcohol free 5 years now, and my son is sober 3 years. And it's all about whatever happens to you, it doesn't have to be your life.
Hmm.
You always have a choice. And they say, well, it's a disease. I get it, but there's also that part of you that when you're done, you can do anything. And if you remember, a lot of people look back at what they've actually accomplished and they don't notice that they already did amazing things and they should be proud. They put themselves down because of what they've talked about or other people have said to them. And after a while, you look in the mirror and you believe it. Don't believe it because it's not true. It makes me get emotional, because there's so many people that are suffering and there's so many people that have been through so much and so many people they just give up
Hmm.
and I didn't give up no matter what I went through, no matter how much violence, no matter what I faced, even dying, hemorrhaging, whatever. I never gave up. And you know what? I remember Spirit telling me, you got to keep fighting. There's more for you. And that's the truth. There's more for everybody. Don't ever think that what is going on right now is permanent. It's just temporary. And there's so many people that are being hurtful in this world that we need to come back to love, come back to the true meaning of authenticity of who we are. And that's going to make a difference in everybody's life. My band, Love Sick Angel, I'm so blessed. I'm so proud to be able to
Mhm.
perform on stage and do all these, like Tom Petty, Ozzy Osbourne,
Ooh.
Queen, Van Halen. I do these
Mhm.
music because it touched me. It helped me. Music is the only thing that helped me escape.
Thank you so much for sharing. Angel, is there
Mhm.
anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention before we go today?
Love Sick Angel, um, check us out. We are a strong cover band. We play all the different music. Um, my my website is www.angelsmysticreadingsandmore.com. I'm also on Yelp. I have my book. I hope everybody can check it out. And also that today I feel very blessed. I'm blessed. I have my son. He's amazing. He's been through his own things, and he's such a mentor for other people. Um, I have two beautiful grandsons. And no matter what we've been through, nothing can stop us. And we deserve everything in life. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for bringing me on here. I am open to all different podcasts for all radio stations, media. I am looking for people to endorse my book. I want to make these books something that where they feel like they have a voice. Everybody that feels trapped, stuck, controlled, and a victim, that they have a voice. Always use it. So thank you so much for having me on again. And I look forward to so much more.
Angel Vetrano, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the King Gordon Show today's Best Country Mix. Always a pleasure to have you, and when you guys have something new to chat about, we'll definitely have you back on.
I'm looking forward to it. And this Saturday, we'll be at the Clayton Club in Clayton, California, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And it's going to be awesome. So check out Lovesick Angel. Check Out of the Darkness on Amazon.com. And just check out me. Thank you so much for having me. And it's always a pleasure to be around you.